Ansø Blades is working to bring you specifications you can relate to so you can have an educated decision on your purchases. This is David, Blade Banter. We're going to be looking at this knife here. This is one of the first ones that I had for the wire pocket clip. I don't think I have any in my collection at all, and that's probably going to change after experiencing these, because wire pocket clips have been around for a while, but I just haven't picked it up. Spyderco had it for a long time, and then some other brands picked it up as well, but it's just one I just never got, and I was just like, it's all right. Sometimes I don't like the look of it, but function-wise, it is very nice. I mean, it is a nice setup for it. So that's going to be what it looks like in pocket. The Corta, this one's by Reate knives. I didn't like the Clyde from them, but I thought that the thumb stud was a little bit too sharp, but maybe that's just my delicate hands. But that's going to be what we have here. So it is on my Corta scale on this guy. Really nice, really good setup. I really enjoyed it, and then for the kind of the style of the blade, I thought that the cutting angle, the tip angle would be really high, but it actually is a very good cutting edge. So it's only about 30 degrees, so to get that actual tip, I mean, you're only raising the blade that much to get into that tip to do the box cuts, which most people do. Most people are Amazon boxes, Walmart boxes, whatever shopping place that you get things from. But that is going to be how that is. I mean, it's a very nice usable angle to get things done, and even with this angle here on the handle, very comfortable. At least lands in your hand pretty decently. I have a large size hand, kind of gets into that area here, so really lines up very well, I think. So really good pattern for this my Corta 2. So it's a right hand, left hand carry. So that's going to be the setup for it. So flipper tab was a little bit high as far as the measurement side, which is about 3 pounds 9 ounces. I'm just using an alignment pull gauge to get that as far as pulling down on it to see when it actually breaks. But it doesn't feel that way, so it actually is very nice. The break on it is really very good, so you have a very hard time feeling this. So even if you go really slow, just applying pressure, I mean, that was just really trying to feel that. But in normal use and trying to open it up, it opens up very well. So this one's weight-wise, it's going to be about 3.7 ounces. So you might come to know, but for the channel I use coins. Reason for that is a 0.1 and 0.2 ounces. So this is going to be 18 quarters and a penny. So for this, you can add it to any of the knives that you have. So anything lighter, bug out 1.9 ounces. So you can add those quarters and pennies, kind of get it in hand to see how that feels for you. And actually, I feel it works out pretty well. Let me know what you guys think. I still get comments thinking it's silly, but that's what it is. That's what makes sense for me, and I think it works out pretty well for specification. Price-wise, now this is coming from Giant Mouse, so go over to their website. They also do have an excellent application, so $195 for this knife from Giant Mouse website, so do check that out. Now, blade length on this guy is going to be 3.04, so just a touch above that 3-inch mark. So now for some folks that has a limitation, that will be a little bit of an issue. So for that, cutting edge is a little bit longer, so 3.07. Primary grind on this about 8 degrees for that guy. So that's a little bit higher than some, but still does a decent cutting for the knife. Secondary edge was spot on, so 20 degrees on each side, and then about 4 sheets of paper behind the edge thickness, about 16 thousandths. And then blade stock thickness on this guy was about 3.4 millimeters. For that blade stock. Does have a slight curve to it as far as a chamfer, and it also does have a little bit of jimping right there. So if you're going to be doing more of a forward cut like this, you get that little mark there. If you want to do something like this, that is available as well. So it works out pretty well for that setup. And then also the degree of ramp about 21 degrees, so from release to when that's on the blade. So really 20 is very good, 30 is okay, 40 degrees is and anything above that is pretty horrible. I think the worst one I had was the Pilar. But M390 for the blade steel, Knife Steel Nerds for their steel chart is about edge retention about 6.5 out of 10, corrosion about 9, and also toughness about 3.5, and that is with their heat treat setup, so that's going to be possibly different from what other manufacturers have for their process. As you saw before, it's a right hand tip up, left hand tip up carry, so that's going to be how that is. And then I'm not too sure if it works with aftermarket clips, but somebody may have already tried that to see if it works for like Lynch Northwest or some of the other aftermarket clips for this company. So let me know, I guess, if you've tried that. Out of the pocket, it's a 1 pound, 4.2 ounces. So basically, line and pull gauge again, pulling it out of the pocket, taking away the weight of the knife. It actually is a pretty good retention as well. So very smooth in and out of the pocket. It's kind of converted me over to wanting to try more of the wire pocket clips for it. So 4.18 inches for the total handle length. That's going to be all the way across for it, and then 0.49 for that thickness. So definitely, I think this is worth a buy. So check out the link down below. That is the one to Giant Mouse's website. Show that support for sending this along to check out. This will be moving along as well. But see, as far as the size comparison, to see what you guys think for these other knives. So I mean, you're gonna have the bug out here, and then you're gonna have the Para 3, and then one that kind of is a little bit different, where it's nothing that's the same as this one goes, but I liked the mechanism of this clip. That is a bullet. Now that is one of the more, it's an older wee knife, but it has this funny clip for like a lot of people, but it does have a roller on it. I thought it works really well when you get really thick, seams, and it kind of jams into a little bit, but overall I like how that works. So that's why I brought it out, as far as it reminded me of a well-functioning clip. And then we do have one for the Scorpio that is still in stock. So that is for the Reate knife Scorpio, and that's one of the options for that JG10 scale. But do check it out. Thank you for stopping by, and that's about all I have to say about that one today.